everybody, my name's Cindy and I'm one of your peer academic advisors. With the classes being completely remote for the first time in UCI history, it's really challenging for some of us to adapt to this new learning mode. Fortunately, the PAAs are here to help you. This video is going to be about the do's and don'ts, tips and tricks to zooming to success.
I'm not doing anything. Minecraft? I'd love to.
Tip number one is to create a good work environment. As you can see, Ryan was not really in a good environment. He was in his bed and under lots of blankets, and as a result, he couldn't really focus. Katerina, on the other hand, had a workstation solely for studying, which helped her focus. I'm going to show you my space in a second. This is my workstation. Right here, I have my textbooks, and I have my calculator and scratch paper here, and I keep my notes in here. So it's good to have an organized workspace with not a lot of clutter. What I like about this is everything is organized and I know where everything is. Our second tip is to minimize your distractions. Ryan was constantly texting his friends on his phone, had so many tabs open that were unrelated to his lecture. Katerina, on the other hand, took her phone, turned it over, turned it off, and made sure it was out of sight and out of mind. So what we recommend is to tuck all your devices away. Even if you look at them for just 1 or 2 seconds, you could lose your train of thought or flow, and as a result, lose a lot of information that was covered in lecture. By putting all your devices away, you're not multitasking, and the only thing you're doing is taking notes and looking at the lecture, which is really important to getting to success. Our third tip is to commit to a schedule. Some of your professors actually might not be using Zoom or Livestream. Instead, they could be posting pre-recorded lecture videos for students to watch on their own time. For me, what works is I pretend I'm actually having class at that time. So if my physics is at 3 p.m. on Wednesday, I'm going to watch that lecture at the same time. This way, it feels like I'm actually going to school and I'm holding myself accountable by telling myself I have to watch the video at this time and I won't get behind. This next tip kind of goes in hand with the last tip we gave you, and it's making running to-do lists and having everything at a designated time. What I like to use is Google Calendar, but you can use your Passion Planner, you can use a whiteboard, or just a plain old notebook. Let me show you what mine looks like. So I actually like to use Google Calendar, and as you can see, I've color-coded everything and I put a block for every time I'm going to be in my office hours, studying, going to class, and even meetings. So this way I can really keep organized, and I also share this with my parents and the people I live with so they don't accidentally interrupt me when I'm doing things like filming a video, and they can also hold me accountable. Tip number 5 is to take notes. Ryan, as you might have noticed, isn't taking notes at all. He's just on his phone watching the lecture in bed. But Katerina, she has a pen and pencil in hands. And you might be able to also take notes on your laptop, but for some of us that means switching back and forth between tabs, which is inconvenient and you could lose your focus. So what we recommend is actually having a pen in hand and a pencil or a notebook, and that way doing hand notes. That way you can really pay attention to the lecture and keep engaged. Lastly, take breaks and communicate with your friends, your family, and your classmates. Even though class is online, that doesn't mean you have to throw your entire social life away. What my friends do, for example, is we make a Zoom on Friday nights and play some online games together to relax. Make sure to give yourself time to speak with others, including maybe even the PAAs. And also, you can connect with honors by zooming into coffee hour or attending our CHSC meetings. Thank you so much for watching our video. Hopefully you're now equipped with all the resources and the tips and tricks to zooming to success. If you have any questions or concerns, you can email us at honors.paa@uci.edu. I know that's kind of long. You can find it in the video description, or you can leave a comment below. Please also give us some feedback to our video or some suggestions on what our next video should be. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Zoom you later.